right, hey guys, I have absolutely no people here right now, but that's all right. What I'm gonna do is we are going to still start this live stream because I got people that will watch it late, and that's cool. I appreciate it. Sorry about me having to reschedule it. That's just how this shit works sometimes, and it is what it is. So. Anyways, if you're new to our live streams, you guys know the deal. We do these once a week. We usually do them on Tuesdays. However, I'm going to be on the road all day tomorrow and all day night. I didn't want to skip this. So what I decided to do was I'm just going to move it up on Monday. Notice I'm still busy, though. I'm not at home. I'm actually sitting here in Texas. We just wrapped up our Patreon course. We haven't actually wrapped it up yet. We're still doing it. But anyways, they are getting ready to, we got our big catered banquet getting ready to go on outside. Yes, ma'am, it's right here. I got Miss Britcher right here. If y'all want to say hi to Susan, right? She's usually one of our moderators. You want to be on the live stream for a second? Come on, Susan. Susan. Just come. You want it, you got to come on screen. All right, everybody, this is Susan Britcher. You guys know her from the live stream. She's usually in the chat room. Now she's in my room. Everybody loves Susan. She wants to borrow my Leatherman.
Thank you. I need to get a drink.
You needed a Leatherman to get a drink? All right, that's crazy stuff right there. Anyways, all right, so we're going to spin this up. Again, our graduation ran about an hour late. Serious as a heart attack. We have been shooting from helicopters today. A bunch of other subjects. Real quick, though, I got to give a big shout out to Arms List, which is a firearms marketplace. If you guys haven't checked out armslist.com, check it out. It allows you to shop in local areas. You can do amazing face-to-face deals. Shop their nationwide network of over 1,300 FFLs. It's kind of cool because you sell your areas, your local areas. No sales fees, no nonsense, no other bullshit at all. Good stuff indeed. And yeah, they've got exclusive deals at the Arms List Marketplace. Be sure to check it out. As little as 2 clicks, they never compromise at all. Check it out at armslist.com. Fun stuff. Now, what you see in the back is I've got a metric ton of patrons. This class has been... I usually cap courses at 12 to 15 students, but this isn't really a normal course. This is open up to our patrons on Patreon, and they're what keeps this YouTube channel around because, you know, most of our videos get demonetized or shadow banned by YouTube. That's fine. So I put this great class together. Thor, what do you think? Was it a great class or just a class? Thor? Come visit, man. You want to be on live stream? Thor's like, no, I'm not going to be on your live stream. All right, that's fair. But yeah, we had a bunch of great patrons here. I'm going to turn this over to Steve Holland. I got Steve here. I got Sue LaRue here. I've got Ross on her stuff. I've got Emery Morgenstern, Randy Wurst. I've got Angry American here, Donnie Dunn. I've a complete all-star list of patrons hanging out with us here. It's been a great class. And Susan, get a wine cork. You're gonna open my bottle of wine?
Yes, I'll bring you a glass.
Okay, so you're gonna bring it back to me. So anyways, it is what it is. I'm tired, guys. You don't understand how tired I am. Day one, we actually do a pre-day. We call it day 0. We started off with firearm safety and basic firearm handling because a lot of these guys brought spouses with them. I had a range full of wives out there. It was hilarious because some of them could shoot. Susan, for example, shot a hole through the bullseye you could put your hand through. Some of the other ones, not so much. I just safe to be behind them. But by the end of the day, they're doing. I see you coming, Emery. Look at that nose. Look at that nose. Right out of the Gaza Strip. Look at it. How you doing, brother?
Been a minute.
Good course. Thank you
Good.
for the hard work. Thank
Yeah,
you
that
for the hard
was
work.
fun. That was really fun.
Guys, I'm tired.
Y'all weren't here. What the hell?
Yeah. Next year, we're going to open this up to more patrons. We're going to go big next year. We're going to go real big next year. And here's the deal, though.
Like
If
bigger
you
than
don't
this?
know what we're talking about, hello, ma'am. How are you doing? What's that? You got your prize
That would be for
for
you.
your rankings. You were one of the high shooters yesterday. Yep. You did good.
do
You did
awesome.
do good. We had a prize table for the guy. Yesterday, we went down to Tiger Valley. We had 3 rifles up on Precision Rifle Tower, shooting out to 1,000 meters, unknown distance steel. We had a range with 2 Barrett 50 cals. So, like, I brought a laptop that had pissed me off. I wanted to kill it.
Oh, we have like 6 laptops.
6
there.
laptops out there. But we also had 6 full auto machine guns, including a SAW M249. But then we had another series of bays, and coach and a couple other instructors. We had some cadets here from Texas A&M, Ross and Herstoff, and Coach Kevin Jimerson. They put together some basically IPSC 3-gun type stages, pistol shotgun, not shotgun, rifle pistol. One of them you sat in the door of a helicopter and had to shoot out one side, shoot out the other. You know, it's on a range. It's kind of canned. But anyways, we kept score. And tonight we just did graduation. We released the final scores, rankings. And Joe Scalia, congratulations, Joe Scalia. He was our high shooter. He got to go to prize table first. And then from there, they work your way down.
Dude, I was jealous of the prizes, to be honest.
We had an EOTech. We had some optics from Primary Arms. We had a hard-headed veteran bump helmets. We had all kinds of really nice knives. One of them was a Kraken tactical knife. We have buck knives and a bunch of good knives on the prize table. Bunch of stuff. Authentic elephant hide holsters. I'm not joking. And then if you didn't shoot so well, you get all of it. I mean, we had candles with the Randy Rawhide worst case scenario survival school little tins with the candles in them that Randy handmade. Got all the logos and everything. Great prize table. I'm jealous. I didn't get to go.
Honestly, the best part is we get to eat too.
Yes. How long till the food's ready?
I'll go check in a second.
No. Good stuff. But today, the grand finale, I actually rented a Little Bird helicopter. Trust me, the price of aviation fuel is through the roof. But not only did I get everybody through, I got everybody through twice. They can't see that. They can't see it. Anyways, we had Joey sent me a good picture of so anyways, I got everybody through twice, and I wasn't gonna get on it at all. Emery was busting his ass. Coach was down running back and forth scoring the targets. But we got to the end, and I was like, I got a little bit of blade time left. They had to go get more fuel. They came back. Get Emery and Coach up. They've been helping, busting their asses all day long. Get them up in the bird and show them a great time. They were flying. These guys got to do 3 gun runs on each side of the helicopter. It was awesome indeed. We really had a great time. And Heather, this is Carl. I'm trying to find the one from Joey.
I got
it right here. She sent it. I don't know if you guys can see that, but basically after the fact, they came back down, and I was the only one left. So I told them, I'm like, look, if you guys want to practice any other gun runs, because they do training there. If you want to try other stuff on this range, I've shot from Little Birds before, SR-25, Iraq, stuff like that. Done this before, no big deal. But when we get done, I also got a couple pistol mags. So they're like, you're the last one? I'm like, yes, and I'm the guy with the checkbook paying you. They're like, you've done this before. Roger. Safety line, 2 safety lines, actually, one in front, one in the back. So I could lean out as far as I wanted. They took me for quite a ride.
Yeah,
Did it
they
look
did.
good?
Yeah, they did.
They stood that puppy up on its side.
Yeah,
And,
they did some fun stuff.
yeah,
for
we
you.
had, they showed me a good time, showed me what they were capable of. The blades did not touch the ground, but they came very, very close. I was impressed. The pilot, Mr. D, does a great job. He's you can tell he is they were not unsafe at all day long. Well within the capabilities of the helicopter. But I'm on comms with him, and he's like, all right, we're going to come in hot. I'm going to stand on the brakes and stand it up right between the two bays. You can take both bays. I'm like, roger that. And he came in dead gun run, stood it up, locked up the brakes, panned it sideways, and then held it. And I'm just burning these targets away. I had a great time. Ran my rifle Winchester completely out, slung it to the side, brought up the pistol, and he's coming sideways, coming into the targets, and started opening up about 50 meters. He came all the way into about 25, and you're watching the dirt fly up behind the target because I'm shooting paper targets. It was a good time. It was fun. So all the guys from Mr. D's Helicopters out here in Texas, if you're watching, thank you for giving us a great day of flying. Hands down, the perfect exclamation point for a great course. All the patrons here are just blown away by how awesome it was.
All day long was
how
best
awesome
day of my life.
Best day of my life. They didn't care about all the survival classes and the medical classes and everything else. All they cared about was they got to shoot from a helicopter. Shit, we could have made this a half-day course. Right? Make it a one-day course next year. Anyways, we had a great time. We're staying out at Beaumont Ranch in Texas, which is a beautiful place. They hold big weddings here. They have an old cowboy town where you got like the jail and the post office and the country store.
It's like 3 streets.
Yeah, 3 streets of old, awesome. Right out of a western. Awesome. Old, good, the bad, the ugly town. But you go into the door of like the little saloon, the little front door of the store, and it's a hotel room. It's like the king size bed with the bathroom and everything. So you rent the rooms. It's like a lodge, but it is, the character here is just awesome. Right now we're in a big. They used to hold rodeos in here. They concreted the floor. It's a beautiful been our classroom. They do breakfast. Everything over there, it's awesome. They've got pavilions. I bought 2 cords of firewood. Been a little chilly for firewood. We got a bar behind us. No joke. Yes, of course we have alcohol. Of course we do. But that's not the point.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna get some dinner and some drinks.
Fred, you're gonna bring a margarita and you come on, Fred, come visit. Come snuggle. Guys, I want to introduce you to one of my patrons here. Fred. Fred's one of you guys. Fred's come to a couple tactical rifling classes. You have a good time?
I had a great time. Great experience.
Great time. That's what I like to hear. All right. So what made you become a patron?
Well, I was prior military and I hadn't been in the shooting world or part of any kind of handgun or weapons training. I was getting towards retirement, and I'm like, I wanted to get back in the game.
But what made you find us and decide, Carl can't even wash the oil out of his hat, so I need to support him. What made you become an actual patron, though?
Because of what you do and how committed you are to converting, how do you say it? Concerned citizens to capable citizens.
Well, I appreciate that, man. I do. You're not running off. Maria, yell at Shabbat. Come here. Now, here's the deal. His wife did not even want to come to the course here. You don't got to chime in or nothing. She took her glasses off so you guys couldn't see that she wears glasses. That's okay. She was very apprehensive. She came out to the pre-day. He signed her only up for the pre-day. She did awesome. She got better as the day went. I'm working with her. She's getting all right. Man, she's getting all right. But there's a reason why I bring guys like Rawson Herstoff and Coach Kevin Jimerson. Coach was watching her, and he's like, Carl, you mind if I talk to her for a minute? And he just walked up there and just went, and all of a sudden, she's all in the X ring. I'm awesome. I'm glad you got to spend time with Coach.
He was amazing.
Coach is amazing. He is amazing.
Everybody
Yes,
here is
ma'am.
amazing. All your instructors
I
are
am
great.
drinking water, please. I can't. I'm gonna have some of my wine here in a minute. All right. Favorite part of the course.
Escapology.
Escapology. You're so full
I'm
of shit.
serious.
She broke her. We accidentally broke her arm doing escapology. She was getting out of restraints, obviously stronger than the restraints that her husband uses on her. Not gonna ask, but great time, ma'am. I'm sorry you got hurt doing that, but you enjoyed the rest of it.
Loved it.
That's
Loved the whole
awesome.
thing.
That's awesome. She didn't shoot from the bird today. She's like, I'm just gonna go for a joyride. She went up with hubby, and it was fun.
It was amazing.
Yeah, she watched how few hits he got. You notice. You want to see that score sheet? How
I
you
do
did?
see that score sheet.
You want to see how low on that score sheet you were? I could do it.
Let's
You
see
want
it.
me? Do you want to do it?
We
You
want to
bust
do
them
it.
out
See
on
it.
the internet. On the internet. Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry, I can't do it. Nope. Shit, I'm not worried about the pen. All right. Scores on the helicopter. I'm not ashamed to say that I need reading glasses. These are my mother-in-law's reading glasses. And I loved my mother-in-law. May she rest in peace. Fred. Fred got 6 hits on a small paper target. Thank you, ma'am.
He only shot
But I only
10.
shot 10 rounds though. with the
So
jam.
that's pretty good. It was my rifle.
It was.
I was having problems with my gas block. All right. So I have a small glass of grape Kool-Aid here from a bottle that said Dead Red. Makes me feel right. That's not bad. Y'all wine drinkers?
Yeah.
Don't think
Opposite side.
you don't. The problem is I know where those lips have been. That's gross. So, right. That's my homemade wine that I make with my Aunt Helen. Right. That's not incredibly terrible, is it?
Very good.
It's not. So I'm proud. I'm proud of the wine I make with my Aunt Helen. I really am. I love my Aunt Helen. Yeah, decent stuff indeed. Sincerely, I'm glad y'all came out. You did great. You did great. I hope you enjoyed the course a lot. And yeah, when's dinner gonna be ready?
10 more minutes.
10 more minutes. Yeah, 10 more minutes. That's what they said 10 minutes ago. All right. Here's the deal. If you guys got questions, put them in the chat room. And I have other moderators out there. I'm hoping JT or Donut is in charge tonight, but I haven't gotten messages from anybody. So I'm going to just wing it. We don't have to take any questions tonight, or you guys could do I don't even know if they can do super chat tonight. I don't know if we turned it on. Doesn't matter. If you got questions, put it in the chat window. Guys, I'm going to turn this over to Steve Holland in a little while. And I know you all got a lot of great questions for him, ma'am. Thank you for
Thank you very
allowing me
much.
to embarrass you in front of all of our people on the internet. There's only 54 people. You're good. All right,
We didn't go viral.
no, what happened was my son scheduled it, but he scheduled it to be ran from his big, like cameras and everything, big OBS program, and that's not here. So I had to delete that one and reschedule one with my laptop. So that's why instead of 700 people, we got 50. But for the 57 people currently hanging out with us, I want you to know I appreciate it. It's for holding. I actually got given a gift. Let me show you. This is. I don't know if you guys are on this. What's the problem with having ground coffee? You guys know how I like keep my coffee beans whole. But if all you have access to is ground coffee, you need to be able to store it, keep the air out of it. So, anyways, I just had another patron give me a gift. And
This seat is warm for
you
you.
pull the lid off of it, and basically what it is, it's a Tupperware container for storing your coffee in. Yes and no. If it was just Tupperware and your coffee was only half full, you got all that air, right? Air and coffee is bad. So you pop off your lid. I said pop off your lid. You heard me say it. Did I mention how tight the lid is? All right, but it has a valve on the inside. So however much coffee is left, you reseal it and it lets all the air out. You get it down so it's just coffee. You lock the handle down and it keeps all the air out. It's supposed to keep your coffee fresher. It's awesome. It's called Airscape. I mean, if you're not a coffee guy, it'd be good for tea, stuff like that also. So anyways, for Gordon just gave me this as a gift. Gordon, if you're watching the live stream, which I know he's not because he's over here drinking. All right. Gordon, there's Gordon. Gordon, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, bud. Come say hi. Gordon, come say hi. Thank you for the
How many
thank you
cameras
for
are
the
on me
gift.
right now?
Hmm?
How many cameras
I
are
have
on me right
65. Thank you, dude. No, I'm gonna put this to use for sure. I know I am. All right. You didn't get to come this year. How come?
now? I didn't.
He's like,
I don't
man,
want to. I don't want to blame it on anybody. The
Carl,
bottom
I don't
line
want to
is-
hang out with you.
No,
I
it wasn't
understand.
that. It wasn't that. It wasn't
I
that.
understand.
I just I didn't think I'd be able to come.
But you made it.
I
I'm
did.
glad.
I just made it for the last day. I just wanted to hang out with you guys. The last time I was on your live stream with you, though, you tried to shave with my knife.
You're saying, and I couldn't do it then,
You
but I
couldn't
can do it now.
I'm thinking you might be able to.
That is a very nice Spyderco right there. Does it say Earth on it? Some of the Spydercos, you know, they say like USA. There are Spydercos that actually say USA, and then it says Earth because it's designed to last you basically forever. All right, let's see.
Huh?
Oh, he finally sharpened his knife, guys. Look at all that hair. That's freaking nasty. Nasty. Dude,
And when you drive into the lake,
Oh my gosh! Now I
that's
can
a
never
sharp
clean it.
knife right
Now
there,
I can
dude.
never clean it.
Nice.
So that's not why I got the knife. That right there is why I got the knife. Look at that. That is narrow,
That's a
thin.
thin knife
I
right
can
there.
slide that just about anywhere I can see it.
No, it's just
That's some good wine. Did you get any of my
I
dead
didn't get
red?
any wine. Oh, did you get dead red here?
No, I only got one bottle though. Helen, not Helen. Susan's got it.
Okay, I'll have to look.
All right, brother. I'll let you be. Go visit
Thank you.
people.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming, man.
Absolutely.
Miss Bridget, Susan, Ashley, come sit for a second. Yeah. All right. So, you guys that have done, you've watched our videos down at Round Canopy Parachute Team. Some of the videos you might notice that there was this little half Cuban chick down there. Anyway, a teaser, but I actually have two now, sisters. All right, hold
She
on.
scared me.
Okay.
Hi. She came out of nowhere.
Okay, so David is one of my patrons. I met him down at Round Canopy Parachute Team. These are his daughters. They're both awesome. This is Ariel, aka Little Mermaid. This is Ashley, aka she had sex out of wedlock.
Oh,
She
my
has been
God.
impregnated. Show them the engagement ring. She doesn't have one yet.
Uh-oh.
This
Can't
bothers
flip
me.
off the camera. I can't do
This
that.
bothers Ashley. This should bother Ashley. It doesn't. It bothers Ariel. Bothers their
Who's just gonna kick
dad.
your butt?
Anyways, I'm just giving them a hard time. Hey, these girls are awesome, and I want to say that I do love you too. Thank you for coming with your dad.
You too.
Your dad had fun here, but he had more fun because he was able to come bond with his daughters, and I think that's awesome.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we'll leave
Go
you
away.
to-
Go
All right,
go
we're
call
out.
that. Go
Susan.
call that fiance. And tell him you want that ring. David, you coming on? I got the father figure. But you'll be on after Susan Britchow. I got my wine right here. All right.
without the accent.
Miss Britchow. She's usually on the other side of the screen as a moderator. She's usually the moderator. We're up to 72 people now.
Is that all?
That's it. We got nobody.
Oh,
So
that's bad.
nobody. That,
Well, you were like,
I had to but my son did it with OBS, so I had to cancel it and reschedule
oh,
it.
did you do the whole sweary thing?
Yeah, terrible. So, anyways, to a awesome course. She chewed me out. She majorly pissed off that I didn't bring any dead red wine. So her arch nemesis, Greg Rowe, Divine Intervention, happened to show up and say, "Carl, I'm never going to drink this crap. Here's a bottle of dead red." That's how you know God loves Carl, because he makes weird shit like that happen. So Susan got her bottle of wine. It is good.
It's so good.
It is so good.
Cheers.
So good. So good.
They're from Canada. Nope.
I got to
I'm not
have
sharing it, by the way.
I got to have my glass of wine with Miss Britcher, just like our first Patreon course.
Yeah.
Our
We're going to miss out on the fireworks,
yeah,
aren't we?
very first Patreon course. We had never done one before. The only reason why it came about was because Susan and her husband wanted to. I got Santa Claus coming up. Susan and her husband wanted to come train, and Susan was nice enough to say, "Hey, can we open it up to the other patrons?" And I had never even thought of.
Not nice enough, broken up.
I was going to leave that part out. I'm being nice, ma'am. You know I am. I'm being nice. Being
Man,
nice.
just call me man.
So, anyways, this is all Susan. The whole Patreon course thing. She's done a lot of work putting this together. I'm very, very thankful, Susan, for all your hard work. My wife too. My wife is like, wow, Susan has put a lot of work into this, and I didn't pay her a dime. Matter of fact, I charged her full
Pays me in
tuition.
wine.
I pay her in wine. So thank you for the hard work.
I'm flattered.
Also,
Did you tell him how I got number 8 shooter?
I did not. Why don't you elaborate? What number did your husband get?
Glenn came number 14.
Number 14, which means
Out of
8
28.
comes before 14, which means out of all the Australians, out of every Australian that attended this year's Tactical Rifleman Patreon course, you are top Australian. Top Australian. So what's it like to outshoot your husband?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Worth it just for that.
She gets pissed off on the internet because she'll go to a shooting competition, she'll do great, but her husband will outshoot her, not even practice. She dry fires all the time. But so she vents on me how the bloody wanker doesn't even dry fire, and he outshoots me. This course, Miss Britcher outshot the bloody wanker known as Glenn. Where's Glenn at? Glenn!
Yeah.
Where's he at?
You got a question?
Oh, I got a super chat just came in. Read it for us, Miss Britcher.
A beer for you
her
and
job
Emery.
is to send me questions. What's it say?
Jose Requena
Jose Requena.
has thrown down $9.99 for a beer for you and Emery.
Been to Vegas before.
But you forgot me, so you're gonna have to do that again. Another
Yeah.
$10.
I can't drink without Susan. I'm doing wine tonight.
It's an Australian rule.
They have a
Australia. Australia. I'm drinking wine, dead red. You've had some of my wine, Mel.
Gave Chris a bottle of Donnie, fucking opened it and drank it.
Yeah, I owe Mel Weatherman, Angry American's wife, Mel, and both her breasts. I owe, what's that?
Keep the breasts off the internet.
You what?
Keep the breasts off the internet.
Why? You can't keep those breasts off the internet. Look at that thing. Look at it. That's just wrong. All right, booby cam. Booby cam. All right, we're coming back to Carl cam. Carl cam. Thank you, Mel. We'll have you on here in a few minutes. All
Call
right,
out for Glenn.
Glenn. Glenn. Will somebody find me Glenn Britcher?
He has passed.
Guys, you got to meet Susan's husband. Glenn is awesome.
He's like in the background.
Glenn is Patron. They're
Kevin.
doing Patron.
He was here.
No. Kevin Fryer just threw down 2 bones. Thank you, Kevin, for donating to the preservation of Carl Erickson Foundation. I appreciate it. Guys, you notice we got Super Chat turned back on. Right? I think that's so awesome. Dane, you coming on in a few minutes? Yeah, all right. My wife has agreed to be on the live stream. What? Glenn!
That was a
Come on. Come on, Glenn.
Can you bring more wine?
Thank you very much, sir. You name one more time?
David, will you come play the part of Glenn's husband, Susan's husband?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, sir.
All right, this is not this is not really Susan's husband, but this is a stand-in. This is TV, right? So it doesn't have to be real. All right, Glenn, you got to do the Aussie accent. Oi. Glenn, so what's it like to be outshot by your Sheila here?
I actually did shoot the David as well, just for reference.
You outshot David also? David is Ariel and Ashley's father, and you got outshot by a freaking Sheila from Australia. They're not even allowed to have guns in Australia.
I know. I didn't shoot all of the courses, but that's
Oh, you
It
weren't supposed
doesn't
to say
matter.
that.
He's still Coach Wade him. No, you got a point. You got a point.
yeah. Well,
All right.
but I have no doubt in my mind that you don't shoot.
No, it was a fluke. I'm going with it.
All right. I appreciate you being a stand-in for
You got it.
for Glenn. Tell him that you did a better job than he did. All right. Who else would you guys like to see on our show here?
Should I get Rawson?
You guys want to see Rawson? Rawson Herstoff.
Okay, great.
Rawson. Rawson. All right, so here's the deal, guys. I usually let Susan send the questions to the live stream. So, Susan, back in your chair.
No,
Susan.
well,
No, you're taking this chair, Rawson.
I'll be right there.
All right, so you slide over here.
no.
No. Rawson, right here.
All right.
No, I want you to. Here's the deal, Rawson. You already heard me bragging how Susan did good shooting. The reason why she outshot everybody is because she cheated and came and did a 3-day pre-class with Rawson. Why? Because I tell all you monkeys that the hands down best pistol instructor on the planet, hands down, is my last pistol course I took Rawson. Why? Because I could have gone with anybody on the planet, Rawson. So, Susan, if
Thank
you
you,
wouldn't mind
Carl.
doing a little interview, I'm gonna go
Interview?
hug my spouse.
No, I just want to say, not so much an interview, but tell the story. On the first day, I couldn't hit anything. On the second day, I was crying because I was so frustrated that I still couldn't hit anything.
Normal frustration. What did I tell you though? That day number 3, everything will come
Yeah,
together. Right?
and it did. And I've been shooting pretty good ever since. Right?
Yeah, not pretty good. Amazing,
Yeah.
awesome. You know, it's a positive reinforcement. That's super important. Yeah. So
promote TCP here.
she didn't believe. So just a few words about TPC, Tactical Performance Center, that the company that I'm a director of training, and basically it's founded by Ron Avery. Ron Avery, it's a big name in the competitive shooting world, but he was a long time law enforcement as well, personal friend of Jeff Cooper, also gun side, so a big advocate of that. And I will get lucky. Actually, Ron became my mentor. And sadly, we lost Ron 3 years ago after a heavy fight with cancer. But he actually left that unique system that we teach in TPC, that we call the reactive shooting science. It's very scientific method. We're teaching more of the core principles of marksmanship performance under speed, practical marksmanship. And our belief is you need to understand, in order to be really successful and to develop your own style, you can copycat a specific technique, but that specific technique is not going to suit everybody, right? It's like all weather tires are neither good for summer, neither good for winter, right? But if you know all that core principles, you are able to design your own style, and that's the unique of the system. You understand in depth what you need to do in order to be really fast and really accurate with the handgun and with the rifle as well. And you'll have the ability to diagnose if you throw a bad shot. You'll know straight up, you'll know what went wrong, and you know the answer how to fix it, which is extremely, extremely valuable.
Yeah.
And also you're able to diagnose other shooters as well.
Yeah.
So I consider that one of the most valuable things about reactive shooting science.
Yeah, and I agree.
How you feel right now?
Good.
Confidence.
Yeah, confident. And, I thought that first day was a little slow initially, but as you get further into the 3 days, you understand how much you need that real basic instruction to start off with. Everything makes sense from there. So,
and the idea to start slow is because we training in that progression. We call it a progressive training, right? You need to have a very, very good foundations of everything. And based on that foundations, you start to get the layers. At the moment that you get to that, we call it the laser beams, that small tweaks here and there that leads to mastery. But without that solid foundation, the solid foundations, if you start focusing just on that minor corrections, you'll get lost.
Yeah.
So that's the idea. That's why we have that progression.
Yeah.
It's super important.
Yeah. It
And
was
you
awesome.
were awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I would do that again in a heartbeat. It was well worth it. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Yeah. I still got to give you your pistol back as well.
What's that?
Yeah. Can you go get Carl?
Carl, yes.
He told me I had to
Ernie.
leave
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because he talks better than I do.
Yeah. I'm going to go get him because he's got questions coming in. So you just start chatting and I'll be back.
Start chatting. Damn. Hi, guys. Got to chat. I don't know what to tell you. The guys that aren't here, I wish you were. You missed a phenomenal time. You guys are great. These guys are a bunch of yahoos. They had to put up with this stuff for a week. Damn it. It got rough. Drinking, carousing all the time, women. It was horrible. I wish it would have just been metal and we just shot and learned different skills. But no, they had to do that. They had strippers, all that stuff. I wish you guys here so it would have calmed that down, but it didn't work that way. Okay. Richie, Randy, we miss you. Yeah, I miss. Seriously, I wish you guys are here and all that stuff. You know, it's bullshit. But they're leaving me to talk to you. I mean, how am I supposed to know what to say? Let's see. Any other questions here? Randy, do you like any other lighters other than the Bic? Oh, yeah. Electric lighters. I can't remember the company, but they double electric. There's two of them, probes that go across, and you can look them up online. I always carry the solar panel, so I always have the electric lighter. I have the extended Bic. It's got the tip that comes out, and then I have waterproof matches. I always have three means to light a fire or start a fire, right? To ignite the fire. Three means. If one doesn't work, the other one will. If that one doesn't work, this one will. I like Zippo lighters, one of my favorites. But you got to remember, you got to keep that filled up. It depends how long you're out there. It's depending on how long it's going to last. But you could also use a Zippo lighter like you do the candles. Light it and stick it underneath there. You're only going to get one shot doing that. But Zippo lighters are good. You just got to have the fuel. Oh, let's see. Good evening, Randy. Blessings to you and your family. Thank you, Eric.
That's all you got?
Henry, I can't pronounce it. Calgary stuff, I can't, man. I'm sorry.
What's wrong, Randy?
I can't remember. Cooper. What's Cooper's first name? Arian?
You can't read that?
I can't pronounce
Right, so we got
his
some
first
super
name.
chats
I
coming
got
in.
Cooper. So Cooper, thank you. But I can't pronounce your first name. Don't hate me, man. He's putting money in the jar. What I told you about the strippers, look, he's doing that. And they're going to be dancing on the tables later.
I'm a big fan of
The bartender. He's
I'm a big fan of strippers.
He's starting to strip down right now. This place is wicked. Den of iniquity, man. A great complex here, except for the 3 bunk system. Hell no. You got to be a midget to get in there. That sucks. Bunk beds are supposed to be 2. And they're not supposed to be 6 inches off the ground with this much room to crawl in.
Right. Thank you for bringing
Holy
me the wine.
complaint.
I have missed.
That in the showers, they don't have the hooks for your towels for every one of those. Bullpucky. That shouldn't happen. Other than that, everything's been great. Can't complain.
Thanks, dude. I'm gonna open this right now.
Okay, that's for Carl. Love you.
Yeah, no,
Randy.
this is perfect.
Cooper, I'm sorry, man. I said, look at your name. So will somebody tell me if it's ARNAE? Oh, ANRE. ANR. How do you pronounce it?
What's
Aaron?
that? Where? Which one? Point, Randy. I can't see. What are you on the screen? Which one are you looking at? Ann Godley Cooper, that one?
Yeah,
I love you,
Cooper,
Randy.
but how do you pronounce his first name?
Andre.
Andre.
It's Andre, man.
Andre.
Andre came and parachuted with me. Me and Andre, we're tight.
I know, but I
Andre's
suck.
good people. Andre, I love Randy too, but he don't understand. Andre, you're good people, man. I love you, Andre. You know I love you. Everybody loves Randy.
All right, John Brady. Thanks, Randy, for all you have done and will do in the future for us, and I can only imagine what it's like. Well, thank you. I hope I'm around for you. That's thank you. I want to be around for a while, but that's up to God.
Guys, you understand? I'm 55. Randy is 69 freaking years old, and we're out running same size chainsaws. He is just and I'm like, oh, my arms, oh my God, my back. Randy is just running the chainsaw like a freaking machine.
I grew up doing it all my life. At 10 years old, my dad taught me how to run a chainsaw. He didn't leave me; it was right there. But I've been running it since I was 10, and I grew up in the forestry. So, you know, Carl does a good job, but you can't compare to like almost 50.
So he just said, you saw what he just did. Carl's okay for an amateur, but Carl's not a professional chainsaw man. I got it.
I got to tell you, this is what I did to poor Carl. I never realized. I said, these trees are huge, and the stupid ants killed them. It's really pissing me off. He has the most beautiful hard oak orchard. It's gorgeous. And some of them are 200 years old. As big as your
Can I
back
put my hand
pickup.
on your knee like Susan put her hand on your kney? No?
The trees are about as big around as the back of your pickup. They've fallen down. They're gigantic.
Monster trees.
They
Big
go,
oak trees.
I don't know, 10, 15, no, longer than that, probably 20 yards tall, right? We're cutting. When we get all that cut off, now we got the heavier stuff with tree could tip on us. So I tell Carl, then to get to some of the taller stuff, get his Bobcat. The guy can run this Bobcat like I can run the Bobcat. So he's got me in the bucket.
I got Randy in the bucket of the Bobcat, 69 years old.
Now I'm cutting stuff, no problem. I'm going to town on this stuff, right? Never thinking about it. He's below me. I'm up here. And I look back and Carl is complete. I mean, just.
He saw him. Where does all the sawdust go? Out the bottom of the chainsaw. It goes all over your feet, so you stand to the side. But he's up there cutting, and all that sawdust is just coming right down inside the chainsaw. I mean, right down inside the Bobcat. And I'm down there, and I was like, it's just pouring. I put my hood up, my little hoodie. He's fitting. Remember, it's got foot pedals. He filled me up to my ankles with sawdust. It was all over the top of me like it was in a blizzard. It was hilarious. Hilarious. Why? Combat is funny. Combat's fucking funny.
I know. I felt so bad. Nobody got my turkey because I apologized. I got all sawdust. What am I going to say? I just flooded him with sawdust. So he gets in my truck, and I keep it pristine. Didn't say anything because it's my fault. After I got back home, I cleaned it up.
All right, so we got, hi, Susan. What is your favorite Carl story so far this course? Did she answer that one?
I don't know.
Carl, I can't locate the video you did a while ago with the gun belt with the detachable leg straps. Who makes that kit? Stay frosty, strapped, and dangerous. Here's the deal, guys. I'm reading one of the super chat. The holsters I run on duty belts are Safariland. I've been running Safariland basically since before the global war on terror. And there's all these other companies that come up to try to compete against Safariland. And I give everybody a fair shake. I do, but I always go back to Safariland holsters. The ALS locking system and with the bail on top of it. I'm riding in a helicopter today, literally. And I actually shot with my pistol from the helicopter, too, after I ran out of rifle ammo. But let me find you the picture because I don't believe I was doing it. But literally, guys, they had me up there with my rifle, 2 magazines, my gun belt, a couple of pistol mags, and it was just me. I got all my patrons up twice in the bird, and I got Emery and Coach because they were running that stage, and I'm just standing back. But they came back and they're like, "Hey, we still got a few minutes left." I was like, let's have a little fun. Show me what you got. I've ridden with Task Force 160th. I've done this. I've done platform shooting with SR-25. Hell, I've done platform shooting with Barretts. Show me what you got. And he showed me what he got. He's a great pilot. Mr. D's helicopters. Pilot's awesome. The whole team, Tim and everybody, they're great. Yeah, we had a great time. Great time. But yeah, he's standing that helicopter up on it. Yeah. The banking, full 90-degree banks. And yeah, we sometimes over 90 degrees. He pied up and just roll in, and we had a good time. I even ran out of pistol ammo. That's how much fun I was having. They put on quite a show, so we had a good time. That said, remember, gun belt, pistol. How do you keep your pistol from falling out? Because that would be bad. You drop your pistol. Imagine dropping your pistol from a helicopter. That would be very bad. You understand you're not getting it back. So I swear by Safariland. All right. Rips threw us 10 bones, dude. I'm digging that. Here's the deal, guys. You don't only have to do super chats. I appreciate it when you do super chats. But I actually got a any update for the chat. Any update for the chat? That was at 7:58.
While he's looking, I'm going to answer that question. Yes, I do lamp oil. You're talking about oil that I would have myself, lamp oil. And that's the rip.
New stream. I was wondering why I hadn't heard from these guys. Question mark. I'm checking with one of my moderators who's supposed to be sending me questions. So it's all good. Randy, dude, I'm going to let you go. Who do I want to bring on next?
Take care, guys.
I gotta let Randy eat, right? We just held graduation. And Lou, you ready to come on the live stream? He needs his alcohol first. Me too. First off, I want to thank my blushing bride, Dana Kana. My beautiful wife, Dana, is actually sitting outside right now, trying to stay warm in my Suburban because it's a little chilly in here. And understand, guys, it's a YouTube channel. You guys get these YouTube channels for free and it doesn't cost you a dime. I keep this YouTube channel afloat because of my patrons. And that's why I do this course. This is, we have a great time here, indeed. But it's great to meet all the patrons. It really is face to face. And you guys got to meet Susan. You got to meet all the other guys. But I wouldn't be able to get up in the morning if it wasn't for my wife. I am completely worthless. I would have never have earned my Green Beret. I wouldn't have even gone to selection without my wife telling me, Carl, you can do it. You can do anything. My wife has said that to me so many times. Carl, you can do anything. You can do anything. It may not always be legal. It may not always be right. But sometimes it violates the laws of physics. But my wife says you got to at least try. Let's go do it. And I have never failed a school in the military since I met my wife. She's as much as I want to quit sometimes, she would not let me quit. I have, anyways, so my wife, if she's watching on her phone right now, which sometimes she does, she's probably not, but if my wife is watching, I want you guys to give a big shout out. If you wouldn't mind it in the chat window, right? Because we got 93 people here. I only got 68 thumbs up. So I understand y'all don't like what I say. That's a hint, by the way. But I would like you guys to say Dana, You are awesome in the chat window. If you would do that for me, let me do it. Let me do it with you. Please, let's race. I'll race you. Dana, you got to put a comma there. You are awesome. I put 3 exclamation points. You know why? Dana's awesome. Right there. Booyah, Grandma. Man, that is so cool. You guys are supporting my play. That's really... Lou, you got your drink. Get your ass over here, Woodchuck. What are you doing? All right. Lou, come snuggle. Lou is a two-fisted drinker. He is doing... What kind of whiskey you got?
Jameson.
He's drinking Jameson and a brewski. What kind of beer?
Yingling.
Yingling. He's doing Yingling. I'm a Yingling guy. Full spectrum dominant survival of the wise threw down 2 bones. Who makes that belt with detachable leg straps? I wish I could remember, guys. You'd have to go back through a few of our live streams. It's a SEAL. He's a great guy. That said, I've got my own gun belt, and I did it through ATS Tactical Gear because they were always loyal to my unit. They're always loyal to Task Force 160th and the rest of 5th Special Forces Group. So I support ATS Tactical Gear. They have detachable leg straps for their gun belts, but you've got to ask for them. They're actually not on the website because they made them special for me. And I'm just not good at this selling shit. But if you reach out, ask for Jimmy Bonner, you can go to the website, get the phone number, call up and say, hey, I want to speak to Jimmy. Hey, Carl from Tactical Rifle. As soon as you say Carl, he's going to know who you're talking about. Jimmy is good people, by the way. Tell him, hey, Carl mentioned detachable leg straps for the Tactical Rifleman gun belt, and he will hook you up. All right. What time you cutting out? I'm talking to the bartender. How much longer you got?
I got all night.
All night. That's what I like to hear. All right, now, so what's up? Beaumont?
Yeah.
You want me to put it where they can see it?
Sure.
Why are we backwards? That's just wrong. Oh, I need to mirror that screen. I can't do it right now. Anyways, guys, we are at Beaumont Ranch. And if you are in Texas, you're looking for a place to do an event. One, like the Big Daddy Unlimited Epic Shoot, they're doing it at the wrong place. They need to be doing it at Beaumont Ranch. But is this not a great facility?
Excellent place.
Excellent facility. So anyways, the reason why I wanted to bring Lou on is Lou is an awesome guy. He's one of my patrons. Just moved from Miami, which is in Florida, which is part of America. Why'd you move to Texas?
Well, family situation. My mother is have an age and certain medical reasons, and it's a great state.
Texas is a great state. It's a very red state. Very red state.
But it can be a tactical rifleman, Patron, and be in a blue place. Now you will be undercover.
We actually have a couple patrons that are behind enemy lines in California. We encourage them to move to America at their first opportunity. One of the things I wanted to thank Lou for personally was another patron, guy named David, donated one of the big damn cowboy knives that Randy Rawhide Worst designed. There's no. They've seen it before on these live streams. Anyways, it's a big ass survival knife that Randy Rawhide Worst designed. You guys know Randy's awesome. David bought one, and these knives, I want to say they list for like $800. And trust me, guys, they're worth it. They are worth it. They're a badass knife. They come with a nice Kydex sheath. It comes with a Tactical Rifleman coin, brass coin, TR logo on one side, damn cowboy on the other. And anyways, it also comes with a over-the-shoulder gun bag because that's what they store it in when they ship it to you. And you can put a collapsed AR in it. Totally badass. David donated it for me to auction off here at this Patreon course to give the money to Second Chance K9. If you guys are not familiar with Second Chance K9, that is Travis Hall. He's one of the instructors that I use for our medical classes. Travis was one of the medics in 5th group. He went on to be a dog handler for 5th group. He was attached to my SIP company for a deployment in Mosul back in the day when I was company sergeant major. I actually needed drivers and gunners for our strikers, and I didn't want to give up assaulters to be drivers and gunners, so I went and recruited across 5th group. Travis volunteered anything to get out of group med shed, and he fell in love with the dogs. He actually got injured. He had compartment syndrome in his forearm. His vehicle got IED'd real bad. And long story short, Travis, after getting out of Walter Reed, ended up going and working with the dog teams. And it basically, now that he's retired, dedicated his life to taking, because everybody thinks it's cool to own a Belgian Malinois, these military working dogs. Unfortunately, these are energetic dogs that if you're not willing to give all your time to, they quickly, you understand, it's a freaking velociraptor. And if you don't keep it well trained, it's a freaking velociraptor, right? So all these, it's cool to have one. They give them the pound, and these dogs are going to be destroyed. Travis adopts these dogs, rehabilitates them, and then he hooks them up with special ops vets that are in a bad way psychologically and need a 4-legged friend. And right now, Travis has got 7 dogs? 8 dogs in various stages of training. He has 2 other trainers. Guys, that takes a lot of money. And his entire Patreon just covers vet bills. What he needs is a benefactor to give him like 20 acres of land or something. I don't know. I wish I had the money, guys. I don't. And so anyways, we auctioned off this knife, and guys were writing. I want to say it started at 300 and then 400. Lou just wrote his name at the bottom of the piece of paper and drew a line and said, say it.
I will take that knife for Travis.
And the bids went high, and we ended up what, $1,300? $1,300. Travis, here's the money.
And Nicole was right on it.
Yeah.
And they're part 2. They matched me on a donation for him.
Really?
Yes.
That is awesome. So Travis ended up walking with
people.
2,600.
In between 26, 28 at the end. Yeah.
Isn't that awesome? These are good people. Now I know, I love you guys in the chat room. You know I do. You guys got the YouTube channel for free. You come here to do this live stream. Good information and everybody and everything. But tonight's live stream, I'm doing this once a year Patreon course with my patrons, and this is day 5. 5 days. I am wore the hell out, dude. It's been a good course. Good course.
It's excellent. You guys got to think about it. Really.
What's your favorite part?
The first day.
Day one.
Pre-day. I learned more in that day that I learned for shooting, techniques for shooting, that I did in the Army, in all my time in the Army. It is incredible. The little things make big difference. And you guys have,
High shooter, you're next. High shooter, you're next.
The teachers, the instructors, I'm talking about perfection, attention to detail. Emery owns that chicken wing.
Emery likes, if you got your elbow up, Emery will hit you in the elbow. Emery's a little rough around the edge.
No joke. I went from shooting to shooting. No, need more time.
Go ahead, start dinner. Don't wait for me.
Back on classes, and it is excellent. You guys got to think about it.
Start dinner.
It's really a great opportunity, a great event, well organized. The instructors are excellent. It is, and you interact with the rest of the Patreon family. It's really an excellent event. Excellent.
Yes.
Mama Bear.
All right, Susan, don't run off. Susan.
Mama Bear.
All right. Here's the deal. No, I need high shooter. Go find me Joe. Brother, anyways, I want to thank you for supporting
Thank you very
Travis. All right, I had another super chat come in. Colby Dixon, I was stationed in Cali, not by choice. I got that, dude. He's serving. He's in our United States military. I won't say what branch. It's an excellent alternative to military service. Here's the deal, though.
Joy left early. He had to go.
You bullshit. I just talked to him. That he knew he was next.
Oh, really?
He ran off. Anyways, Colby, I have been stationed behind enemy lines in a combat zone also. You're serving our U.S. military in California. You're just behind enemy lines, dude. It's just part of it. Eventually, you'll deploy back to the state.
That's why you join the military.
That's why you join the
Behind
military.
enemy lines.
All right, Emery, come snuggle. Nobody else wants to be here. All right, so let's see what other questions I had come in here. We already did that one. Here's the deal, guys. They're getting ready to serve dinner, and Emery's in charge of fireworks tonight. Isn't that cool? Woo-hoo. He's doing fireworks tonight, and
after dinner.
After dinner,
Oh no,
fireworks.
we're not doing fireworks.
I'm here to tell you, I'm not afraid to tell people to their face.
Yeah,
that I'm doing fire. All right, we just had another super chat come in from
Carl or Emery. When presenting your rifle, do you automatically press the light switch, or is that a conscious decision made in the moment? So, Riff, it's 100% a conscious decision.
Yeah,
And
here's
it
the deal.
Must be.
I do not want you to ever turn on your light, not even accidentally. That's called a white light AD, white light accidental discharge. You should never turn on your light unless you need it. What I mean by that is, well, okay, even having light when there's light, now you can see into the shadows. Nah, I want you to build the habit of never giving away your position. If there's a street light, putting enough light on your target to allow you to identify that it's a threat, not a threat, that it's actually a threat that warrants deadly force. I don't want you to ever turn on your light because now you're compromising your position. So use those street lights. Use the light coming in through the window from outside. Use the hallway light, whatever. I don't ever turn on my light unless it's needed.
So here's an additional piece to that, right? Let's say you're searching through a building, trying to find your way out, and it's dark. I want you to use your light as least as possible. You use your light only when you need it, right? So
What
anywhere
prize
you
did
don't
take
have
off
to
the
have
prize
it,
table?
it's
Go
off.
get it. Go get it.
Yeah, what else?
All right. So I'm getting ready to bump Emery. I mentioned we did, and it was a friendly shoot. We had Coach from Texas A&M. Coach, if you're watching this live stream, you're awesome.
He's not watching. He's passed out.
He
sleeping.
passed out somewhere. But for all my cadets out there, Texas A&M Corps Cadets marksmanship team, I'm very proud of my cadets.
They're awesome.
They outshoot Texas. They outshoot West Point. They outshoot Naval Academy. They outshoot BMI. Because
they
they're
got
awesome.
coach.
Because they're dedicated. They really are.
Man, they came out. A couple of those dudes came out yesterday.
They help out,
and it was like spot on. They're awesome. Running back and forth, doing shit.
So, anyways, they ran a bunch of shooting events. So what we did was I had high shooter, low shooter, second place, third, and I let them go to the prize table. I'm gonna bring you my high shooter. Grab Joe for me. Come on, Joe, come snuggle. All right, Joe. Joe, one of my patrons.
Hey, everybody.
So, how many live streams do you do?
This is my first live stream.
First live stream. Can I
Being-
put my
being
hand on
on-
your ass?
being on
I'm
one
not
or
allowed to put
watching
my
it?
hand on anybody else's ass. So I'm not gonna. No, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. No, joking. First guy to prize table. Congratulations. What'd you grab?
EOTech EXPS 20.
Nice. Dude, we had great stuff on the prize table, and I'm sitting there. My EOTech has got the broken glass is broke where a UTM round hit the glass. Better than it hitting the shooting glasses, though. So, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's EOTech. But I'm glad you got it, dude. You enjoyed the course?
I did.
Favorite part of the course? Favorite part?
Everything. All right, the helicopter. If I had to pick one,
the helicopter was fun. Probably my favorite part.
The full autos, the 50 cal. But
you can't beat a bear. You can't beat a bear.
People I met, great people to meet. I met new instructors I haven't met before.
There you go. That's
I
a
have
goal.
done Pistol 101 and Carbine 101 before.
Yep.
Learned a ton. Learned some survival stuff. Ripped some hair out of my arms from
Escapology.
Chad's Escapology. I'm missing some hair on my arms.
Yeah.
But
We did getting out of duct tape, packing tape.
Zip
I
ties,
did the
zip
Kevlar
ties.
tape. I did the getting out of the Kevlar tape, but we did getting out of flex cuffs, zip ties, getting out of handcuffs. They made some of the guys made handcuff shims. I made handcuff shims for the other one. Picking the double lock on handcuffs with a bobby pin.
Yep.
Yeah, you got it down. Right? Good stuff indeed. What made you decide to become a patron? Why couldn't you just be one of my 107, 108 people that are watching this for free? What made you become a patron?
Did 101 with you. Did Pistol Carbine. And just hungry for more information. I done.
But you could have got more. You could have took more classes.
I could, but a great community. There's
It
a lot of
is,
like-minded
man.
people
It
here.
is.
We all want to learn. We all want to
Yeah.
learn the same things. We all have the same views. No drama. Good time.
All right, so I had I won't say how many patrons we had, and we lost a bunch of patrons because of COVID and all the jackassery going on. Gas being, I paid $7 a gallon for super unleaded in California. By the way, that's why you need to stay in America. That's insane. We've lost a lot of patrons because of. I understand everybody has to tighten their budgets up, the reason why I'm saying that is, if you guys can spare the cost of a cup of coffee, if you can, and I've got patrons from $1 to I've got $200 a month patrons, and everything in between. If you can help support Tactical Riflemen, we do great stuff, guys. I understand. Last Friday, what's today? Monday? Holy shit, this week
Monday,
is going
yep.
by. Friday's video on the flamethrower, go look. It's completely demonetized. YouTube looked at that and went, oh, hell no. Carl will never make a dime off of this video.
I get one though because it was great in person.
It was fun. So the only way I can fly the film crew in from New York City, hotel rooms, ballistic gel blocks are $95 a block. The only way I can do these good videos, a military retirement does not allow you to retire. It doesn't. So my patrons are what you guys, sincerely, you're what keeping this channel alive. And if I can share with everybody else out there, hey, right, because it's good. You get good content being a patron.
Absolutely.
Story time with not just Carl. It's called Story Time with Carl, but you get story time with Randy. Emery's done it. We
need story time with Chad.
Story time with Chad Mormon. Chad, the gray man. Future for my patrons out there. And we got a bunch of patrons, like Jerry J's a patron. I got a bunch of patrons in the chat room. We have talked Chad Mormon into doing story time. A couple of them. He's going to start off with the story of how his unit, he was with one of the acronyms up there in Virginia. They had him go live and be a homeless guy in Baltimore. It took 30 days before the homeless people accepted him as one of their own, and then his unit left him there for 15 more days. So, but that's how you learn to be invisible in an urban environment. And then he's got other great war stories. Chad is, a lot of people don't realize it. Chad's got 3 college degrees. He's a culinary chef. He's got like 5 black belts. But the cool part, and nobody knows this because they're scared to death of him, Chad is a freaking comedian. The boy is fucking hilarious. He is hilarious. Some of the jokes, so he would do these overland challenges with me. He's my TC, my navigator. So I'm driving, got my 6'4" Hemi, and Chad will get you out of anything. But we're riding along. We're watching all these other vehicles get stuck, and we're just riding along. It'd be like a 6-hour drive there. Chad did nothing but crack jokes the entire time, and I was like, "Oh, I got a squirrel. Oh, I want to pet your squirrel. I want to pet your furry squirrel, Mom. All right, guys, you see that? What the hell is on my back?
Oh, and he's got a tack vest on. Oh,
nice.
shit.
Come here, puppy. Come here. Come here. Come snuggle.
Don't bite my ear.
Ow, you bit me, you little shit. Come on. Come on. He don't like me. Look at that. Look at that. Snuggle. Snuggle. They say that they can recognize evil. He loves me. He does. He loves me. Put him back on me. Come on, Mel. Give me my squirrel. Oh, he's just so cute. And this little bugger pisses all over my back every time he gets on me. I'm just waiting for it to happen. It's like why does he always bite me? He's bit me 4 times, Mel. I've been bit by dogs. I've been bit by snakes. I've been bit by strippers. I've been bit by just about everything. A squirrel bite me does not bother me. It doesn't. My wife bites if I'm polite. I love her.
You're going to give the squirrel rabies.
Squirrels don't get rabies ever.
I got Angry American here, guys. American. All right, last parting words of wisdom.
Booger sugar?
Tell them to become patrons. That's what I'm trying to
All
get
right,
to
become
say.
patrons.
Oh, I got a squirrel all over my back.
That fucker bit me earlier. No. Become patrons, and thank you for everything.
Oh, dude, sincerely, thank you for your support. We have had an outstanding course, and he walked away with an EOTech. That's badass. That is badass. Thank for the patron that donated that EOTech. Thank you.
Thank you for your donation. And yes, it's actually in the box.
Damn. He didn't just put a cheap Vortex in there or nothing.
No.
Damn. That's
a lifesaver. Awesome. No, it was actually the EOTech.
Nice. That's awesome. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's EOTech. All right, Chris. Where'd Chris go? Oh, don't even think about it. Come snuggle.
I'm waiting on this ugly bartender.
All right, so I read a lot, especially on deployments. I'm very big on continued education. But when I took a job down at Tier 1 Group in Memphis, I would drive down on Mondays, 3 hours, 20 minutes. Sure. I drive home on Fridays. But then when I started doing classes on my own, I'd drive all over the place. Drive to California, drive here, drive there. And anyways, I drive everywhere. I got into doing audiobooks, not when I'm in traffic, but if I'm not in traffic, long highways, you listen to radio.
I listen to traffic.
I listen to audiobooks. So I started I did the Patriot series with Rawls.
James Wesley Rawls.
Rawls, and they don't get along, by the way, but that's okay.
I don't have a problem with him. He has a problem with me.
Exactly. Right. It's a good series of books.
Yeah.
All right, but it's not the end all be all. But there are lots of other great ones. If you guys have not read 1 Second After,
Bill Fortune's a great guy.
But you can go back to older stuff like what was the other one?
The Survivalist by William Johnson.
No, but
Out of the Ashes.
There's another one called Babylon Now.
No,
which
Alas Babylon.
Alas Babylon.
Alas Babylon, Pat Frank.
Alas Babylon. Guys, that's like the 80s.
That's my favorite. No, that's older than that.
Older than that. It's Cold War.
Yes.
So, like, they're using the rotary phone on the wall. Listen to it, read it. You will laugh your ass off. However,
it's a great read.
The information is very accurate dealing with a Cold War. Understand, we have built no new bunkers for the government since the Cold War. Right?
Russia's building them.
Yeah. But anyways, it's a good book. But there are lots of great series. But hands down, though, my favorite series was this guy named American. It was a book, Coming Home, Going Home. Going Home. It's the Home series. EMP, blah, blah, blah. And Morgan, the lead character, he's got to walk home, and he's got to walk a long ways. It was like 250 miles.
Yep.
Guys, you understand, I am 1,000 fucking miles from home right now. Excuse my language. The F-bomb meter just went up once.
That's all right. I'll do it too.
And my wife knows if I'm gone and she's home, for math reasons, she plans 20 miles a day. I'm hoping to do better than that, right? Steal a car. But she knows to plan 20 miles a day. If you're 1,000 miles away, guys, that's a long time to get home. Doesn't matter. Anyways, it's a great series of books. So I'm now a social media influencer. If you had asked me 5 years ago, hey, Carl, are you going to be a social media influencer when you retire? I would have punched you in the throat.
Hey, Carl, you gonna be an Instagram gun girl
Yeah,
when you
so-
retire?
Anyways, Carl, are you going to wear yoga pants and shoot guns for pictures?
Carl
No,
does like yoga
but I'm a big fan of yoga pants. So anyways,
I
I
try
go
to bring
to,
them to you every
I
time.
go to the Big Daddy Unlimited Epic shoot, and I get introduced to this guy named Angry American. We shake hands. He's a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. But then I get introduced to 500 other guys.
And I didn't realize they didn't tell me he was tactical rifleman. So we met each other.
But then we didn't know it. So the next year, I got this guy. He looks like freaking ZZ Top sitting there, and I'm like, I met him last year, so no big deal.
Yeah, we're like, what's up?
He's got his beautiful wife sitting next to him. No big deal, right? Like eye candy, right? But then there's another guy that also looks like he's with ZZ Top named Donnie Dunn. I don't know this guy, but Donnie Dunn, he's staring at me like he likes my ass or something. And so I'm in line at the Big Daddy Unlimited Epic shoot, and Donnie Dunn, this other guy from ZZ Top, gets up and walks over, and he shakes my hand. He's like, "Hey man, my name's Donnie Dunn. I'm one of your patrons, and I just wanted you to know, man, I love what you do. When you get your food, come sit down at our table." So I came and sat down. He's one of my patrons. You know, I love my patrons. So I come sit down, and he's like, "Yeah, man, this is Chris Weatherman." And Chris goes, "Yeah, man, we met last year."
Yeah.
And we shake again. I'm like, "Okay, yeah, we met last year." And he goes, "Yeah, man, he's an Angry American. He's an author." There's Donnie right there.
Yeah.
Donnie, thank
There's
you
Donnie,
for
yeah.
introducing me here. So I go, but he said, "Angry American, he's the author."
He makes the face.
And I went, "Angry American. Angry American. You're a American? Like a dot American?" I'm like, "Motherfucker, I've read all your books."
And
Chris is
then I'm like, and then he's like, we're talking for a minute, and I'm like, wait, you're tactical rifleman?
Yeah.
I'm like, I watch your YouTube videos all the time.
Tell the story
So-
about being at my house for 2 days before you realized I was Mel.
Yeah,
And
so
a little bit was a little bit.
So, hey, Chris, a couple months from now, I'm coming down to Florida to go parachuting.
Yep.
I'm going to be an hour from your house. So, anyways, we go down. Me and my son, we go parachute. Chris and Mel, his wife Mel, come down.
I filmed the inside the plane of that jump.
He
pad.
did.
So all that video footage was shot on my Samsung, not an iPhone.
It was
'cause they're
awesome.
communists.
Yeah.
They're great.
So Chris is like, "Hey man, why don't you come up my place? You can park your camper.
Hang
We'll
out.
film a couple videos. We'll hang out." So we get up there. Now remember, I've read all of his books, and his main character's name is Morgan, and he's got, what's the name of the big black guy? Thad. Thad's awesome, and there's the girl that shot Morgan in the head. Jess is awesome. But Morgan finally makes it home to his wife Mel, and he's got these kids. The little kid is like, she's 8 years old, a little bit. She's got a pet squirrel.
Yep.
Wonder where that thing came from, right? I'm not connecting any of this because it's a fictional book series. So I meet Mel, his wife, and we're sitting there. We're talking about, we're going to film videos the next day. We're going to do long-term food storage. We're going to review a guy's a bug out bag, go bag. We're sitting there, and their daughter walks in. She's tall, 16-year-old, 18?
16 at the time.
Blonde, tall girl. She comes in, gives Dad a kiss. "Dad, I'm going out with my boyfriend, whatever, blah, blah, blah." And he goes, "Yeah, bye." What was her name?
Logan,
bye, Logan. And he goes, "Yeah, man, that's Little Bit." I'm like, "Little Bit? You mean like," and I went, "Little Bit's 8 years old." It's like, she was 8 years old when I did the first book.
I said, yeah, a decade ago, she was 8 years old.
And I went, "So if that's Little Bit, oh my God, you're Mel. Oh my God, you're Mel." And I'm like, I thought Mel was a brunette. You got to remember, all I did was the audio book. There's no pictures. So I'm like,
So it's funny how you run into people and and then you click with folks because we've been to Carl's house and then 4th of July,
4th of July,
kayaking, and we've had
they've been to the cave with the underground river. We had a great time.
Done all that, and Carl's been up to our place and hung out. We do RCPT with them. I actually have a parachute. Yeah, we're probably going to see you at HRT. But
I'd love to have you come take. I have 5 slots left for our high-risk travel course. That is my last class of the year. Last class of the year.
All right, well, here's something I'm going to say right now. I don't know if we have any common patrons or not, but I'm going to sponsor one of my patrons to take that class. I'll pay you
I have
for one of my students.
4 slots left for my high-risk travel class. It sounds like at least 2 of those slots are gone.
You're going too, and I'm going, but I'm going to pay for one of our patrons to go.
All right, so I have 2 slots left for my high-risk travel class. It is my last tactical rifleman class of the year.
Closing out 2022.
It is the first week of December. It is 3 days long. Me, Chad Mormon, the dark arts master,
who is an awesome human.
Yeah,
you guys have no idea how cool he is.
You have no. All right, of all the classes we teach, hands down, it is the class where you will learn the most. Sincerely, you will learn the most at high-risk class, high-risk travel than you will CQB and home defense, advanced pistol carbine, anything. Of all the classes we do, high-risk travel 101, because it's actually there's 4 stages. The last stage has ramming and pitting with cars on the track and live tissue medical. But you have to take the other 3 levels of it first. Now, you don't even want to know the cost, but high-risk travel level 1, which is what they're going to do, it's $375 a day. It's not that 3-day course. First week of December, guys, it's too cold to go do a shooting course. It's indoors. When you're doing surveillance, counter surveillance, you're in a vehicle. You're going to the coffee shop. You're going to the restaurant. You're going here. You're going there. And anyway, it's a great course. 3 days, first week. You check it out at tacticalrifleman.com.
Yeah, and you guys take the training. Everybody wants to spend money on kit, gear, guns, ammo, all that cool shit. But like this event here, how many people do you have total? What do we end up with? 40 something?
Here?
Yeah.
39 patrons showed up.
39 patrons showed up. And while the training that it's kind of compressed at this event, because we're trying to put people through a bunch of stuff, but you get the training, and then you get, like I was saying earlier, that time around the fire at night, or here at the Beaumont Ranch, the beautiful Beaumont Ranch. These guys have been awesome. Even though the bartender is ugly as hell.
That's an ugly bartender,
It really
there.
is. But it's the time around the fire at night, or when we're sitting in here having cocktails. Everybody asks me, like, how do I form a network? How do I make a group? You take training classes and you meet people and you start to network. That's how you do this. Yeah. That's the benefit. Not only do you get the training, you get to network.
Guys, we covered, Chris did comms. We did ham radios. We also did one-time pads.
One-time pads, yeah, encryption,
decryption. And
trigrams. We threw some fun stuff in there.
So it was over a few people's heads, but that's okay. If it's over your head, what does that mean? It just means you got to do more work on it. You got to do more work. So everybody can hear us still good. My wife calls me Big Daddy Rob. I'm pretty sure she calls you my hubby hung like a gerbil behind your back. I'm just saying. We've met you, Rob. I'm joking. All right. Let's see what we got here going on.
Let me read this. Let me just read it. Found out accidentally bought his book 2 weeks later. Wildflower. I ran across an author at a bar in Pittsburgh. Said he won a nebula for a certain book. I was like, He just wants in my pants. Found out accidentally bought his book 2 weeks later.
Whoops.
That's it. It's pretty funny.
No, the funny part, Mel, is so Mel is the Mel from the series of books.
She is the Squirrel Whisperer.
People were waiting for years because he had writer's block. People were waiting for years for book 11.
I had a lot of life go on. My dad died. My mom was in. I know.
So book 11 finally came out, and of course I'm waiting for it to come out on Audible. So because I'm busy. I know. I just listened to it. But I got all these guys emailing. They're like, holy shit. Carl, you, Chad, and Emery are in book 11. I'm like, what?
Wait till Sue shows up.
So,
You want to tell them about what we did?
so in book 11, me, Sergeant Major Carl Erickson, Sergeant Major Carl Erickson takes Mel, and I take Sergeant Major Carl Erickson teaches Mel, Morgan's wife, how to shoot the M249,
The mini-me in particular, which
the mini-me.
Gary brought his mini-me here, and you guys are going to on Facebook soon. If you watch my page, Angry American, you're going to actually see a scene from the books take place in real life.
So,
like 80 rounds.
No, you ran 120 rounds through that
the
machine
other
gun.
day on the range, literally, me and Mel, we got done, and in the book, I'm teaching Mel, Sergeant Major retired Carl Erickson. I don't know where you got that.
Gee, I have no idea. That's his lame attempt to pick you up. Just
Really?
saying, that's Donnie
Really?
Bones.
You're trying to get in my pants?
Yeah,
It's
he
not
is.
working. So, in the book, Sergeant Major Erickson takes Mel, and he's laying next to her on the range, on the shooting range.
Yep.
Dana, I know you're watching. I'm laying next to her on the range. I love you. Right? Teaching her how to shoot, and he says, to gauge how long your burst should be, you say, die, motherfucker, die. Excuse my the F-bomb counter just
It's all
went up.
right. It's
You
necessary.
pull the trigger, die, motherfucker, die, let off on the trigger. Die, motherfucker, die, let off the trigger. And it gets you the correct length burst for a saw machine gun.
5 to 8 rounds.
So yesterday, we're at Tiger Valley, and we had 6 full autos. One of them is a M249 saw mini-me. So Chris is like, hey, man, let's reenact that scene from the book. It was badass. I'm laying next to Mel.
Awesome. It's so cool.
Awesome. So Mel's shooting, and I'm yelling in her ear, die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker. So it was called. So I enjoyed it so much. I went and I'm picking up all the links, and I go over and I'm pushing 5.56 rounds. I make my wife a 50-round belt of saw ammo, and I got my wife to come out to my wife likes shooting guns, just not as much as I do, but my wife is awesome. You guys know that.
Dana is a sweetheart.
She's awesome.
But she is amazing.
So I have video, if you want to check it out, of my blushing bride shooting the M249 saw. It's all over Instagram. I got video of my wife shooting the M249 saw with me.
Hell
It's
yeah.
totally badass. So we got great video today of us up in the helicopter.
Oh, the helicopter today.
And, how was the food? Did you guys get
We
enough
haven't had food. It's not ready yet. So
Not ready yet?
my dad was a door gunner on a Loach helicopter in the 101st Airborne in Vietnam, which is a mini little bird. It's a little bird. He was shot down 3 times, and but he lived through all that shit. But for me today to be able to sit in that helicopter and run that range, I still want to know how many hits I had.
All right, you guys.
I want to know how many.
You guys want to know how many hits you got?
I want to know how many hits I
So
got on
who-
it. Aerial gunnery. Aerial gunnery.
Who outshot who?
All right,
What do you think?
I want to know. I want to know how many hits I got on the aerial range today.
Huh. So you guys want to know if Mel outshot her husband?
And there's
'Cause
no
Mel went up.
fucking way.
Way I did.
Really, Mel?
Way.
There really ain't.
There's no
I'm
way.
even going to go that. I'm going to make that bold prediction.
Well, all right. In
She
the
can
chat
shoot.
room, first off, in the chat room, because we got 115 people here right now. Our numbers are low tonight. That's okay. We're close knit family.
Everybody's
We're-
here.
Right? Yeah, everybody's here. So first, I want you guys to put in the chat window. I want you to type in Dana is awesome.
Yes.
Dana is awesome. And then I want you guys to bid. Who do you think won, Mel or Chris? Mel or Chris? Mel or Chris? And I'll announce it in just a minute. I got to put on my mother-in-law's glasses. I'm not joking, guys. I'm
You're
not
betting
joking.
on
You
her,
understand?
really?
I'm not gonna.
You are an ugly chick. You know that?
I need more
Dana
time.
is
Just saying.
awesome. Okay, now I want some bidding. All right, he
got a chin
said
on you, I
Dana
mean,
is
yeah.
awesome. Dana won. Guys, let me show you the picture that Joey took. Joey, that's a great picture.
Oh, you
bud.
guys have no idea how patient Miss Dana is. Let me tell you.
Dana, trust me. to
Go
put up with me,
kayaking
they know.
with Carl and Miss Dana one time.
Is that not a sexy picture right there? I
Hell
know
yeah,
y'all
it is.
can't see it. Isn't that awesome?
No, that's Carl.
Oh, that's Carl.
I went up and they stood that son of a gun up. They stood
They
it
did. Carl got way more rotor time than the rest of us did. I'm just saying, but he paid for what he should have. But listening
My
to you up there,
checkbook. My checkbook.
you listen to me, make them runs.
But notice I wasn't just making noise.
Oh no,
You could tell I was on.
No, it was very.
If I'm pulling the trigger,
rhythmic.
it's inside
It was
the way.
very rhythmic.
My checkbook. I'm the one that gets to ride the longest.
Thank
Oh, you gave me one.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I gave you one. All right, so we have enough. What do you guys think? Dana,
No one's guessed. They're all saying Dana's awesome, which is fine.
Dana didn't win. No, Dana didn't shoot. All right,
You told
Dana,
them to say Dana is awesome, and they're still doing it.
Dana's awesome. I
And
got
this
that.
Dana
But I want you to
is
bid now. All right, Eric W said Chris won. I want you guys to put in the chat window. Did Mel win, or did Chris
Mel
win?
won, Rob.
Mel
Kiss my ass.
or Chris? Mel.
Really?
Or Chris? Mel won.
All these
Grom
guys.
said- Jeff Bowman said Mel. All right. Chris had more.
That
ammo.
50-round drum malfunctioned. I had to rip it out real quick.
Yeah, you were cussing. He was cussing.
Squirrely won. Very good, Wildflower.
All right. Mel, you know I love you, but Chris outshot you. Mel got 3, Chris got 8 hits. Chris, congrats.
That's all?
That's it.
8 out of I probably fired
10,000 rounds.
No, I probably fired 40 odd, 45, 50
All right,
rounds.
here's the deal, though. We had a guy who got 10 hits, and his gun jammed at about the 15-round mark. So
Who was that?
Fred LaCourte. Fred did good.
Really?
But my high shooter for the day, was only 12 hits. Guys, it is not that easy.
That's
shooting.
awesome, Rob. I'll watch for you.
Steve Walton had 12, and George had 12. George, by the way, George outshot his son. Where's George at? George, come here.
You
George,
outshot him?
snuggle.
You outshot the son-in-law? That's only proper, brother.
Right?
Well played. Give me this thing.
George outshot his son-in-law. Why? Because he's a son-in-law.
That ripped.
Don't
I'm
worry
sorry.
about it.
I'll get it. No, I ripped all the names
You
off.
ripped your name off.
I
of it.
did.
Your name's at,
I'm
sorry,
right
George.
there at the bottom. That was an accident.
Yeah,
11,
yeah, you
12.
keep that one.
Thank you. Me. I had 8 hits. I'm just 12, 12, 12. So nobody did better than 12.
Nobody did better than 12. So you didn't
12
suck
was
that bad.
Steve.
And me.
George.
there
George.
you
Let me,
go, man.
bro, that is the bomb,
Shot
bro.
the sun in me.
Like you guys,
I'm glad.
those of you guys that didn't come, can't come, whatever, life happens, shit goes on, but through the same hole. No, Rob, Mel shot through the same hole. You guys don't realize, like he said that all your bullets went through the same hole. But you guys don't realize, like, what an experience these things are. The second one I've done with Carl, and this is amazing. They really are. I mean, he's not making money on this, guys. This is the thing that Carl does because he loves
For my
y'all.
patrons. For my
you-
patrons.
Yeah, for the patrons.
Yeah.
You got to be a patron to come. I'm a patron of
He's a
Carl's.
patron.
And I come out here to help Carl out, do what I can do to help out.
I brought him in as an instructor,
Which was
because Chris is awesome. Chris is awesome.
I do what I can. But
No, but there are certain survival subjects I want.
Oh,
I
we
want
can-
subject matter experts.
we can
here.
get hardcore. Or we can put them in the grinder. But you guys come out. You get you spend time hanging out with Carl, Emery, Randy,
Rosin,
Rosin,
Subaru,
and Chad,
Steve Holland.
Sue. These awesome guys who are like our family now. They just are to us. You guys are family to us. But you come out here and you get to spend 4 or 5 days hanging out, and then you get some awesome training. And then there's this part, what we're doing right now. Like, we're waiting on some food. There's some guys out there doing the barbecue. They're catering tonight. We've been going out to eat every night, having some cocktails, coming back here and dealing with this ugly ass bartender.
Come around, Scott. You should
Get away from my drink. Really? You want to take his clothes off?
Yes. Take your
But
shirt off, Scott.
you learn a lot after the training too, don't you think?
All right. This is our
There he
ugly
is.
ass
There she is,
bartender.
right there. There she is.
He's right out of GQ magazine. Right out of
Come on, here.
GQ.
Hey, I'll take money all day long.
Thank you. Nah, honestly, thank you for
This is
Thank
Scott
you.
with Beaumont Ranch. This guy is awesome. I keep giving him shit about being an ugly bartender. But
We
it's
know
not-
he's
guys,
pretty.
we host all kinds of cool
His
things.
tits are too
He's
small.
the
is
kind
what
of
I'm saying.
man a man wants when a man wants a man.
That's right.
Cater groups like these guys are all awesome.
These
Right,
guys,
see that?
Beaumont Ranch has been fantastic.
Right.
to us.
They've been
Everybody
awesome.
here.
I don't care if you're planning a wedding or a full blown convention.
This place is the shit.
Awesome. It really is.
All right.
All right.
Hey Dana, I'm getting ready to wrap it up. Okay. All right. Hey, here's the deal, guys. You know I love you. You know I love you guys. Her, not so much. Him, nah. But I love you guys. I do. But here's the deal. Food's gonna be ready here in just a second. We've been rocking at this for a while. I'm gonna wrap this up. I want to give a shout out again for Arms List, our sponsor for tonight. Right. I know we've only got a few people hanging out tonight. I appreciate all you loyal followers. Those of you watching this after the fact, you should have been here tonight. Would have been awesome. Would have been awesome. But now, hey, for all my patrons out there that couldn't make it to this event, I missed you. Next year's event, we're going to open it up. We're going to go big for all the patrons. Now, for the rest of y'all that are not patrons, it's okay. You got the videos for free. I got that. I'm not going to let YouTube keep me down. We're going to keep doing this stuff. I'm going to keep giving you guys good content.
We're going to step on YouTube's
neck. But understand, I'm not making anything off of YouTube. I need my patrons. So if you can spare $1, you can spare $2. I've got $200 patrons.
I got $100 patrons too. Yeah.
Plane tickets to bring film crews in from New York City. Editing, hotel rooms, ballistic gel blocks are $95 a piece. You want me to be able to give you an honest review of an optic or a gun, I got to put 3,000 to 5,000 rounds through it. And I don't have an ammo sponsor. By the way, if there's an ammo company watching,
wait,
I could really use a sponsor.
Doesn't Sue work for an ammo company?
Not anymore. I would have fired him a long time ago.
And here's the thing. So we had Gary come out and he brought his full auto stuff. That is not cheap to shoot, y'all.
No, it's not.
And basically everybody was trading ammo. Like you gave Gary 20 rounds, you got to shoot 20 rounds. But the stuff that happens here, it's hard. I mean, how many places are you guys going to go where you got the opportunity to get into a helicopter and fly over a range and engage targets, and then go to the range and shoot full auto machine, belt-fed machine guns, MP5s, an FAL? I shot that FAL.
Dropped $100 on the Barretts.
And get on the tower and shoot long range, and shoot 50, shoot Carl's 50, shoot Mike. Like the stuff, the opportunities that Carl presents to you guys are priceless.
All right, here's the deal, guys. We're going to wrap this up. Big thanks. Shout out to Arms List. Hey, please support my sponsors because that is helping me keep this shit alive right here. If you want to support me. But if you don't, it's cool. But I appreciate all you guys hanging out. We still got 97 guys after all this. That's awesome. All right. I've got a great bunch of guys. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank all my patrons for being here tonight.
Johnson 11C, brother.
You guys are
You're still
awesome.
There.
And for the rest of y'all, Rawson, you know I love you. For everybody, you guys know the deal. Y'all take care and shoot straight.